Now it's time for Movie Friends with your hosts Michelle and Seth. We're talking film without pretension. We're finding cats that are unexpected. We'll watch a movie, film, or schmovie, and we want you to join our journey. So subscribe and share this podcast, or this might just be the last of the Movie Friends. We're movie friends. We want to be your movie friends.
Hey, welcome to Movie Friends. I'm here with my friend Michelle Rubenstein, who found the appropriate response to these situations a long time ago.
And I'm here with my friend Seth Vargas, who is an agent of chaos.
I am. How are you? What's going on?
What's going on? We got a lot of snow.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So much snow. Where does it go? It's not going anywhere because it's so cold.
And then I think we're supposed to be getting more snow this weekend.
Yep, that's what they're saying.
So not good.
Cool.
Other than the snow, what's happening this week?
Well, I'm on a Buster Keaton kick, as I've shared with you.
Yes, I've
I
seen.
think I've watched 10 of his movies, and I'm reading a book about him.
So why are you on a Keaton kick?
I don't know. I like the funny little guys. I like the funny, weird ones, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And curiosity, I guess. I really didn't know anything about him. And so I watched Sherlock Jr. And I was like, "Whoa, my mind is blown. I love this. And watching silent movies is really good for my brain because you have to pay attention. You cannot be on a device. You cannot be on your phone. They are simple. You're just reading title cards, and if you're not paying attention, you'll miss the amazing movements that's happening. It's great. So I try to watch one or two a night, and there's so many shorts. So there's, it's not like I'm watching features every single night,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can get a lot of like 40-minute, 20-minute
Yeah,
Keaton shorts, yeah.
they're awesome. And so I'm making a list, which is so movie guy of me in Letterboxd to have a Buster Keaton list. And then I'm rating them and listing them as my favorites.
Wow.
What?
You're doing the whole...
Who is she?
Observing this has been like when an animal approaches you and you really just want to pick it up, but you have to be like, no. Give it time. Give it space.
What you're describing is how I feel with all the outdoor cats
Yeah. So
that I take care of.
I've been watching your Keaton experience
Yeah.
from afar.
What do you think?
Well, Keaton's my favorite. I mean, if we're talking about Keaton, Chaplin, and Harold Lloyd.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Buster Keaton is by far my favorite. No shade to the other guys, but
Right.
he's a miracle worker. I'm just going to say that. As a director, as a performer, he's incredible. And even the ones that I watch that I don't love, there's still at least one thing in there where I'm like, Buster Keaton, you're going to die.
Yep.
Or Buster Keaton, how did you do that? You are so funny and cool.
Yeah.
Well, you've been on a Keaton journey this week. I've been on a brownie journey.
A brownie journey.
A brownie journey. Now,
is that a film genre?
No. Brownies. The dessert.
Oh God. Oy vey. Of course, the food. Oh my God.
Hey, by the way, if you're listening to this, usually before we talk about the movie, we'll talk to each other for a little bit. So if you don't want to hear about this, just skip ahead when we talk about The Dark Knight. But yeah, I'm not a baker. I'm a cook.
Yep.
And I'm the type of person who believes that those two things are very, very different. I have no patience for cooking. If you're telling me to measure something down to, an eighth
Wait, you have
of a
no
teaspoon,
patience for cooking or baking?
Baking.
Oh, okay.
I'm not measuring something down to the eighth of a teaspoon. I'm not leveling my flour. Come on. What are we doing here? Cooking is like, boom, 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 boom. You can save cooking. Oh, is it too salty? Okay, add some more water. Add some more vegetable or protein, whatever, like
Yeah.
You can adjust it. You can change it. It tastes the same. There should be consistency, but every single time, you know, you're creating something from nothing. Baking to me is like, excuse me, please.
It's a science.
I have to sift my flour now. It's so nerdy. I hate it. Anyway, my wife and long story short, I'm going to end it with this. My wife and I made, between the two of us, 5 or 6 batches of brownies within like 3 days. And so I think I gained like 10 pounds this week.
Well, is it the same recipe?
No, we've been experimenting because, all right, I guess I won't end with this.
No, because now I'm curious. You know I'm going to ask follow-up questions.
We went into full conspiracy mode. My wife more so. She really took the reins. Betty Crocker changed their mix. And so now the brownies come out cakey. And I thought that it was me. Like I would make brownies and be like, why are they cakey? Brownies shouldn't be cakey. And come to find out, Betty Crocker screwed us. But
isn't it something where it's like, oh, if you want it to be this texture, you add more of A. If you want it to be more like this, you add B.
Yes, but the Betty Crocker box mix used to just come out the way that it's supposed to.
Got it. Okay.
You didn't have to make those adjustments. So I got a lot of good recommendations on how to fix my brownies.
Oh,
our good friend
who?
Krista. It's your boy
Yeah.
Krista, patron and friend.
Yes.
And also Betsy, good friend Betsy from Never Seen It with Betsy and Trent. She sent me a homemade recipe. So we made Betsy's brownies.
Wow. How were they?
Horrible.
Yeah, sure.
No. Anyway, hey, we got an email. This email is from, speaking of longtime friends and supporters. Oh my gosh. Well, actually, I shouldn't tell you who sent it until I read it to you. I don't know why I do that.
I don't know why either. Maybe
it's just something I started and...
Oh, we're going to continue. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Okay. The email subject line is tomatoes or pickles. And it says, Dear Michelle.
Oh boy.
You've professed a deep love for both tomatoes and pickles. Let's say a blight wiped out either one or the other. Which one would you miss the most? Your friend, Shawshank. P.S. Seth can answer too if he'd like.
Thanks for the permission. Wow, thank you, Shawshank. I would miss tomatoes more.
It's such a shame. I'm gonna agree with you.
Because pickled tomatoes, pickled sour green tomatoes. Oh my God, so good. But tomatoes are my absolute favorite. So, and I love a lot of pickled vegetables. It's not so just the cucumber being pickled.
Right.
So I would miss tomatoes more.
I'm with you because tomatoes are used so often in cooking.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if I lose pickles, I lose pickles. But if I lose tomatoes, I lose everything.
Yeah. Tomatoes are a part of my identity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
You ever just slice open a big old tomato and eat it with some salt?
Sure do. Oh, yeah. And then I eat them like apples.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I can eat a whole tomato just like an apple.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hey, thanks, Shawshank.
Thank you.
Hey, if you want to be like Shawshank, send us an email. moviefriendspodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what your brownie recipe is. Would you pick tomatoes or pickles? Have you been watching Buster Keaton and making letterbox lists? Let us know. All right, this is it. February 2026. We are officially into flying by the seat of our pants mode. This is our sellout episode where we're starting to cover movies that people have actually seen and heard of.
Wow. What an idea.
And we're kicking it off with a big one. We're talking about The Dark Knight from 2008. This is directed by Christopher Nolan, written by Jonathan Nolan and Christopher Nolan, edited by Lee Smith, cinematography by Wally Pfister, composed by Hans Zimmer and James Newton Howard, costume design by Lindy Hemming, starring Christian Bale, Michael Caine, Aaron Eckhart, Maggie Gyllenhaal, and Heath Ledger. This movie was made for $185 million and went on to make $1.09 billion at the box office. And they shot this from April to November of 2007.
Have we covered a movie yet that has made $1 billion at the box office?
You know, I thought about that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
Have we covered a movie that had a budget of 185? That's what I'm saying. We are selling out here.
Stop saying we're selling out. We're not selling out. Not with this one.
Yeah, you're right. We're not selling out. We're covering the totality of film history, which is what we've always set out to do. It's just that we've gravitated more towards weird little guys than the giant blockbusters.
Right.
I always think about how, like, in our first year, within 10 episodes, we did like Pariah by Dee Reese.
Yeah, that was
which
great.
is still like one of my favorite movies, and it's like a great movie.
So good.
And then, 260 something episodes in, we're like, we'll do the dark. We'll talk about Christopher Nolan.
Just you be patient.
We'll
coming.
throw him a bone.
All right. Get on in here 4 years later.
All right, Michelle, you want to put on your cowl and ridiculously deep voice and read us our summary?
Bruce Wayne is a man on a mission. For the last few years, he has been fighting crime as a vigilante in Gotham City, working with Detective Jim Gordon to take down the city's mob bosses. Together, they are getting close to shutting them down for good, and Bruce looks forward to retirement. However, when the mob feels the pressure mounting against them, they make a desperate decision. They hire a madman, the Joker, to save them. Bruce and Gordon have spent their lives studying criminals, but nothing has prepared them for the wave of terrorism that the Joker unleashes on Gotham. Bruce must push himself to his absolute limit to save his city, his soul, and any hope that he has for a future by becoming a hero that is needed right now. Not just a vigilante, not just the Batman, but by becoming the Dark Knight.
You've seen this film before, as have I. Do you remember your first time watching this and what your feelings were on it then?
Yeah, so this comes out July 2008. So this was a movie that a group of us went and saw together. And then I watched it again on DVD release at home. That being said, the only thing I could recall up until I rewatched it for this podcast and this episode was obviously Heath Ledger portraying the Joker and the chase scene with him in the truck.
The armored car and the semi?
Yeah, that is the only thing I remembered. So much so, we did Batman and Robin over the summer, first movie month, right? And I asked you all these questions about Batman and origin, and you mentioned Nolan, and you say Nolan's Batman was Christian Bale, and I did not remember that. And so I had no idea that I actually saw Christian Bale being Batman.
Well, that's because he just disappears into the role.
Well, right.
It's hard to remember it's Christian Bale when he talks like this.
Right. And you have Heath Ledger as the Joker. So it is hard to remember that.
I have a really long story about the first time I saw this. And I'm just going to give you the bullet points. Are you ready?
Ready.
I was at school. At this time, we did not have internet access fully. We lived in the middle of the Adirondacks and there was no cell service. I had a little cell phone, but it wasn't a smartphone, right? I had no idea that it was the premiere date of this movie. So it was one of my friend's birthdays. We wanted to surprise him with a party. So we drove to town. We went to McDonald's. I was the only one who had a job, so I had money. We walk into McDonald's and I say, "Hi, I would like 50 cheeseburgers, please." And they thought it was a prank. And I said, "I will pay for them. We'll wait however long it takes. I'm really sorry, but this is what's happening." We leave McDonald's and I see the marquee, The Dark Knight. And we were all like, what? We have to abandon these burgers and we have to all go see The Dark Knight. So we went back to campus, told everyone, like, The Dark Knight is premiering tonight. We all went down to this little rinky dink theater. They had catered food for The Dark Knight premiere.
Whoa.
Only time I've ever experienced this in my life.
So cool.
So you bought a ticket. It was maybe like $3 more than normal. And then they had a whole buffet and you could bring the food into the theater. Wow. Then, so now we're showing up with like 30 people all to see this movie. We all have burgers stuffed in our pockets because I bought the burgers. We all get plates of food. The theater is absolutely packed. And I watched the movie and it absolutely blew my mind. Every moment that Heath Ledger was on screen, I was like, this is the greatest thing that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And then I ended up seeing it, I think 4 times total in theaters. Wow. And if we were hanging out and we were like, hey, we've got an hour before we have to be somewhere, we would go and watch like the first hour and then just leave.
Wow.
So like total times, maybe I saw it 6 times in theater and just like left.
At this point, did you see Batman Begins?
Yes. And I remember I was working at KB Toys when they announced Batman Begins and like the toys started coming out ahead of time. And we were excited because of Christian Bale. We liked Christian Bale.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh, him as Batman? That's weird and interesting, but sure.
Yeah.
And we liked it fine, but we weren't like, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Right.
Where with The Dark Knight, I was like, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Right. But you previously were established in the world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Nolan's version of Gotham and Batman. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Watching The Dark Knight brought up a lot of things for me in terms of like how I watch movies, why I feel the way I feel about movies, my relationship with movies, which this is not what this is going into. But what I will say is when I went and saw The Dark Knight, and I hope I'm wrong, and I hope I'm just remembering wrong. And hey, maybe if there's a friend of mine who was at that, showing, they will chime in. But I feel like if you're going to see a sequel, someone should be like, hey, here's what happened in the first part. Let me just fill you in. Let me describe to you who Scarecrow is. Let me talk to you about like Batman's origin story. I think this movie does really well as a standalone. But after having this conclusion of like when I was a teenager, and I've talked about this before, I went to the theaters to see Lord of the Rings 2. And I had no idea what was one.
I mean, that's just ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Whatever. Yeah. And so watching The Dark Knight again, and then watching the synopsis of Batman Begins and the synopsis of The Dark Knight Rises, I have a whole new appreciation for this world. And I think this should have been treated as a trilogy. And I think we should have done this for trilogies, Seth.
Oh,
and I'm actually annoyed that we're not and haven't.
Oh my God.
This should not be treated as just a standalone, in my opinion, on a podcast.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
this should
well,
be
I'm
treated
sorry.
as a trilogy. And I don't mean to, I'm not coming off as nasty to you. That's not my intention. But as someone who likes to understand worlds.
Right.
Yeah. Now that is on the viewer's responsibility, I think. It's up to them to do their own research. And so I have done so much. I was like, I have to take a break from Buster Keaton, which I got to be honest with you, and I'm glad I'm eating my words. But on Sunday, I was kicking and screaming going into The Dark Knight. And Aunt was like, let's watch it together. I'm like, I'm not in a mood to watch this movie. I'm mad we're doing this movie. I'm being totally honest with you. I don't want to do this movie. This is like blah, blah, blah. And then I watch it and I was like, okay, I'm eating my words and I'm very happy to be eating my words. So
you didn't want a Buster break.
I didn't want to go into a world I didn't feel like going into.
Right.
And this goes to how I feel about movies in general and what this brought up for me and reminded me of like what it was like to watch movies as a teenager with the people I watched movies with.
You want context.
I want context, and yeah, we could just leave it at that.
Yeah, I never once thought like, oh, this will be like, to me, The Dark Knight is such a standalone movie,
Because
even
you know,
in the trilogy.
but you know the world.
It's true. You know,
And
the
so it's an
first
afterthought.
one. Yeah, I watched all 3 movies for this
Yeah.
episode
Yeah.
because I was like, it's been a long time since I've watched all of them. And so
Yeah.
my youngest kid was sick.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, guess what? We are watching Batman all day. And the first one is dealing with Bruce's training with the League of Shadows and Ra's al Ghul. And then the second one is like, don't worry about any of that. Put a pin in that. We're going to do this completely other story. And then for the third one, they pick that whole thing back up again. So even when I think about the trilogy, like this movie is like totally standalone. The only thing that really carries over from the first one is his relationship with Rachel
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that he's going after the mob.
Yes, but even showing Scarecrow, because
okay, yeah,
when you see him,
you're right. You're right,
like,
because look at how I'm even forgetting that. You know what I mean?
And here's someone, and maybe also, you and I are working on a movie, and I'm very much in the world building mindset. Who's who? Who are these players? And so Cillian Murphy is Scarecrow. I'm like, why does this guy have a burlap sack on his? I don't understand. Is he part of the mob? Like
Yeah.
So then I do, and I'm like, oh, okay. Now I know who my players are.
Right.
Got it.
Right.
Got it.
Well, sorry.
Well, hey, listen, this is not your fault. Because like I said, I think The Dark Knight is a really good standalone movie.
Yeah.
And maybe, you know what? Like, I feel like I always need more. Sometimes I need a little hand holding. So it's on me. That's on me.
After having seen this, would you go back and watch Batman Begins?
I'll tell you this. I am so now fascinated with the Joker. And so I watched a 30-minute breakdown on all of the people who portrayed the Joker. And I know the Joker, the only Joker I know is from the Batman TV series from the 60s.
Right.
Cesar Romero, which, you know, is just so fun. But I do want to watch that Batman movie. Really bad.
Listeners.
Really bad.
Listeners, for 4 years, Michelle has been like, you know what movie we should do? The Adam West 60s Batman movie. And I'm always like, really?
I think I even was like, hey, could we cover Batman and Robin for Patreon, or, you know, the TV series? Like, we've joked about that. A little bit curious, but I'm more fixated on the villains, and the Joker fascinates me.
Yeah.
Fascinates me. So, like, I don't know Jack Nicholson as the Joker. I've never seen that one.
You've never seen that one.
Yeah.
It's good. It's different. You know,
it's different.
Obviously, it's very different.
Yeah.
Nolan's Batman comes at the heels of the Batman that you and I saw, you know, which is
Yikes. Different.
Batman Forever. Or no, Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin was in 97.
Yeah, Batman and Robin with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Poison Ivy. And so it was like, hey, let's do this like seriously. Let's we don't need to ignore elements, but how could we tell this story seriously? And so they really make it in Batman Begins. They really make it about the mob. Yeah. And, you know, Bruce leaves Gotham. He studies the criminal underworld. He trains. And then when he returns to Gotham, it's to take down the mob.
Yeah.
Now, tied up in that is Scarecrow. So when The Dark Knight starts, him and Jim are like, this is it. Like we look, here's the fifth bank. We know where all their money's going. We're going to do this. We're going to close the case that we set out to do. And I didn't realize how grounded this movie is in the sense of like, up until this point, this Batman has only ever dealt with Scarecrow. There's not a Penguin driving around town. There's not Poison Ivy. There's not Mr. Freeze. Like, up to this point, he has just been fighting the mob and this one crazy psychiatrist who made like a fear toxin. So that was just like
Yeah.
one odd chapter in the story, of his journey here. And so with this one, when it starts, it's like he's going to retire. He's going to retire. The mob's taken care of. He's going to be with Rachel. He's going to be done being Batman. And then, the Joker happens. And it's like, oh, holy cow.
Why do you think the Penguin wasn't involved in these? Because so it's funny, like now that I think about all of this, right? And I'm thinking about all the superhero movies that I've seen, what has interested me, and the most, it just keeps coming back to Gotham and these villains, particularly not Batman, but the villains inside of Gotham. And so the Penguin, I watched that TV series, which was really good, Colin Farrell. And so, like, I knew, which was funny, me watching this, I'm like, oh, Falcone, oh, Maroni, I know, where's the Penguin, right? Like, is he coming? Oh, Sophia, the daughter, whatever. Why do you think did Nolan ever talk about that? Like, not including the Penguin?
So I think that there's another thing that's happening in reacting to the films that had come before it, is that they don't want to retread villains that they've already done. So in Batman Begins, they do Scarecrow, who up until that point had not been portrayed in a live film. They do Ra's al Ghul, who up until that point had not been portrayed in a live film. Then in the second one, it's like, okay, now we've kind of done our thing. Let's bring the Joker in. And when he was announced as the Joker, when they were like, we're going to do the Joker for the second one, because it's teased at the end of Batman Begins.
Right, with the card, yeah.
My young mind was like, you're going to have the guy from A Knight's Tale and 10 Things I Hate About You be the Joker? And we were like, this is so stupid. Oh my God, it's over. Oh. And then they released the first still of Heath Ledger as the Joker with the makeup, which you can find. And we were like, oh my God, never mind. This is going to be incredible.
Joke's on us.
Yes, pretty much. So I think that that's probably why. Like, they just didn't want to do what had already been done, at least on their first outing. And then as they progressed, it was like, we'll do some villains, but in a much more grounded way. And then they had kicked around the idea of doing Riddler for the third one, but the way that the story went, they were like, no, we're going to do Bane and the League of Shadows instead.
Yeah, I couldn't help but think, like, around the table, if we just had a guy, and maybe it's subtle enough to be the Penguin, just a nod.
Yeah.
And ground him even more. I mean, you could have.
You could.
But maybe we'd be like, we didn't need that if we're not going to explore him.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this time around you watch it, and you said, you ate your words or whatever.
I ate a whole mule. I'm still eating my words. I'm still eating my words. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I like when I'm handed some humble pie.
So you liked it?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. This is very good. And it's but I say that and I'm like, wow, I wonder how I would feel if I went back and watched the other superhero movies that I have seen previously that I didn't have context with. However, except for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Now, I've talked about this, his trilogy I was obsessed with. That was on my own accord. Saw those in theaters like multiple times. I don't know why. That worked for me.
Oh, because they're good.
But then, okay, so then I was with a group hang, Iron Man.
Yep.
First and second. No thanks. I'm good. Did nothing for me. Fantastic Four in 2005. Bored to tears. Did nothing for me.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't this is doing nothing for me. And anyway, so I was like, maybe I would feel different now. Or is it just this movie's so good And Heath Ledger is so good that this is just different. And along with like Spider-Man will always have a place in my heart for that trilogy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can tell you as someone who has seen just about every superhero movie that's come out in my lifetime, this is just that good. This is a different movie. And, you know, everyone says the same thing, which is like, oh, we hope that it's not just a good superhero movie. We hope that it's just a good movie. And this is like, I think the one, maybe two. See, I would actually put the first Guardians of the Galaxy as just a good sci-fi movie. It's based on comic book characters, of course.
Yeah.
But it's kind of just a fun sci-fi adventure movie. But Dark Knight is just a good movie.
Yeah.
A great movie, some people would say.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy was the one that was presented to me by two girlfriends versus all the other ones were driven by my guy friends. And so I was like, okay, I trust the girls. Like, let's watch this. And I remember it ending and me being like, I think I'm the problem. This is not hitting for me. Like, I don't know why we're so obsessed with this.
Right.
So I wonder if I'd feel different now, you know? Like,
I mean, you may.
I don't know.
Not everyone likes superhero movies, and a lot of them are bad. Like, a lot of them are really, really bad.
Well, here's another question. I know we want to get into the Dark Knight, but then I started thinking about, okay, the Joker's introduced in the comics, right? In the 40s. And I was like, that's fascinating. And there's like no origin story of the Joker. And it kind of changes with every movie we see. And then I was like, Harley Quinn, stay with me here, okay? Harley Quinn is introduced in the mid-90s for the animated TV show. So and introduced to pair with the Joker storyline. So as fans of comic books and comic book movies, like, is it accepted with open arms with all these different versions and people playing these different characters? Or are you like, now you're introducing Harley Quinn in the 90s when the Joker's been around since the 40s? So this sent me on Reddit. I ranted to Ant last night. This is like taken over my... I'm like, how do comic book fans feel about this?
I don't know why it always tickles me that you're on Reddit so much.
Oh, I'm on Reddit for so much. So much.
I don't know why. Like, whenever you're like, yeah, I went on Reddit, there's always this like shadow that like comes over me. I'm like, oh no.
Why? What do you think I'm doing bad things on there?
No, I have never been a Reddit person.
Yeah.
And so like to me, like Reddit is like that's the town that I don't know anything about, you know?
Yeah. But like, okay, are you a comic book fan?
I read a lot of comics when I was a child. And by child, I mean like the ages of 5 to 9.
Like DC or Marvel?
My older brothers, they had everything. They had DC, they had Marvel, they had Image Comics, which came out, I believe, in the 90s. And that was like Spawn, Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon was my favorite comic as a kid.
Okay.
But yeah, they had a little of everything. Like, it wasn't this like, are you a DC or a Marvel guy? It was just like, I like comics, you know?
And I'm sure
they
had
tons of comics.
Yeah.
And so
I'm sure I'm sure this happens in Marvel too. Like, I guess I'm just like, you guys just accept what's given to you, like new characters, yay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, that's it. That's it.
I mean, you can only tell so many stories.
Well, right.
You know, you got to put out a new issue once a month with the same characters forever.
Yeah.
So yeah, characters come, they go, they die, they're brought back to life.
Yeah.
You introduce new people. If they're not that popular, maybe they don't come back, but you can always bring them back later if you need.
Okay. All right. I'm sure people are like, Michelle, please stop. We're here for the Dark Knight. So.
Okay, so on the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
You liked it. I like it. Let's talk about Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Christian Bale pulling double duty here. He is both Bruce Wayne. I would almost actually say triple duty, because there is public-facing Bruce Wayne, which is a whole other personality. And we don't see a ton of it in this one. You get more of that in Batman Begins. Then there's Bruce Wayne in private, which is basically just the Bruce Wayne that exists with Alfred, because Alfred is like the only person who really knows everything that's going on. And quite frankly, Alfred is just like pushing Bruce. So he's like, come on, man, we got to do this. What are you doing? Buck up, kid. Let's go. Burn the forest down, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's Batman. How do you feel about Christian Bale as Batman and the two Bruces?
On a superficial level, I'm attracted to Christian Bale. So I don't mind looking at him.
Sure. Okay.
Also, it never occurred to me that he looks like Anthony from Queer Eye looks like Christian Bale in 2008. So that I couldn't stop thinking about.
Okay. This is new to me.
Yeah, I was just like, wow, Anthony really looks like Christian Bale.
I'm looking this up. Keep going, but I'm looking this up.
There are parts of it that I liked, and then there's parts of me that just, I couldn't help but giggle. And it's the voice. It is the voice. And it takes, when we're first introduced and he's taking down the copycats, and he's like, don't let me catch you doing that again. And then they're like, what's the difference between you and me? And he's like, I don't wear hockey pads. And it's like, okay, I can't, I'm like cracking up. I'm like, I am supposed to take you seriously. I am taking you seriously. And then it grew on me, and then, okay, fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, I have nothing to compare him to. The only thing I have to compare him to is Ben Affleck in Batman and Robin. Wasn't that Ben Affleck?
Clooney.
George Clooney. Oh my God, what is my problem?
Ben Affleck is later.
Okay. Sorry, I'm confusing my Batmans. Yeah, so much so I can't even remember the performance because I just screwed up the actor.
I mean, it's a choice to make the world more realistic and grounded, because the previous Batman, they don't change their voice.
Like Adam West, right?
Adam West is
changing.
Yeah. George Clooney, he's talking as himself. The animated series, Batman the Animated Series, it does it a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
And so I kind of think it's a good idea. I just don't know that the execution is always great. This is something that they would do with Ben Affleck's Batman, where how they explain it is his cowl has a microphone that distorts his voice.
Okay, because this was what I was going to pitch. This is what I think they should. I think Fox should invent this for him. And
right, Lucius Fox.
Yes.
I thought you meant 20th Century Fox. And
no. Lucius Fox should invent this. I told Aunt last night, I'm like, why isn't there just an invention that distorts his voice like Darth Vader?
Right. Yeah. And that's, so, you know, Nolan is like, okay, you'll put on a voice, because Batman Begins really goes through the theatrics, that it's not just about like being really strong, but you actually have to put on a show.
Yeah.
It's part performance to inflict fear in people.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you can't have Bruce Wayne just walking around town being like, hey, I'm Bruce Wayne. I mean, oops, I'm Batman. Oops, sorry. We sound exactly alike.
Right.
So Bale does the voice. I think it's the part of this movie that has held up the least. And I don't know that it even held up back then. The part that I always get hung up on is at the end when Joker has him pinned under that gate thing, and they're waiting for the boats to blow up, and Batman says, the people of the city just proved to you that they're good deep down inside. It's like, dude, come on, man.
I know.
Like, there's no other way of saying that. But hey, he's Christian Bale. You know what? I'm going to teach Christian Bale how to act. You know,
Christian Bale. When Christian Bale is on the boat in that white button down, So help me. So hot.
When they go away with the Russian
It's just the
ballet.
visual of him on the boat, white shirt, buttoned. Oh, hot, hot,
I,
hot, hot.
I did not register that. I can tell you what Alfred was wearing. Alfred in that scene sticks out to me. Alfred is he's like complaining about being on the boat with this Russian ballet. But if you go back a few moments, he's the one. Bruce Wayne asks him, he's like, have you thought about an alibi? And Alfred goes, oh yeah.
Yeah,
It was his idea. And what an idea. Like, okay, we need an alibi for Bruce Wayne to be out of the city while we kidnap a Chinese citizen.
right.
Let's see. Something low key. Oh, I know. Disappearing with the entire Russian ballet.
Mm-hmm. On a yacht.
And like, you know, Bruce knew that they were going to go see it. Rachel and Harvey were going to go see it. So I can see Bruce being like, oh, I thought of a...
Yeah.
You know, I thought of an alibi. But Alfred is getting in on the act too? Like, Alfred is trying to sabotage
Yeah. And
Harvey
then Alfred's
and
just
Rachel?
annoyed because he's like, oh, man, I have to apply suntan lotion to these girls. Come on, you're going to leave me now? This is what I have to do?
I mean, I will say that would be a lot of applying suntan lotion.
Yeah, they were the whole ballet team.
You got to apply it. Now, okay, is this true that like the number on the lotion is the minutes that it lasts? Because I always thought it was like the strength. But then I thought I heard that it's like if you wear an SPF 50, it lasts for 50 minutes.
I don't think that's true because...
I don't know a thing. Listen, I got to tell you, my skin has been so dry this week with the cold temperatures. And every day I think to myself, just put some lotion on. Still haven't done it.
Well, you know that lotion's different than like sunscreen.
No, I'm just
right?
saying
Okay.
I am a fool in the world of skin creams.
I mean, as far like I slather myself in SPF because I burn like a tomato, right?
Mm.
But I'm not sure about the number because like if you go swimming, you have to reapply. I don't
know.
Oh,
but I'm just
man.
saying I do kind of feel
Science.
bad for Alfred in this.
It's a lot.
You got 20 women minimum.
It's a lot for him.
You got to reapply. That dude be working his fingers to the bone.
Yeah. I'm glad we put so much thought into Alfred there. Just that part.
I do like Christian Bale in this, though. It's
Yeah.
just a shame that he's playing opposite one of the greatest film performances ever. And so,
Yeah.
like, Joker, I feel, is so believable. And then, you know, you cut from Joker to Christian Bale in this, like, Batman outfit. And it there's just something about it that doesn't fully gel. Like, it's like Joker is more believable in a Batman movie than Batman is.
Right. And it's the flair of it all.
Mm-hmm.
I know we have to keep the Batman aesthetic, and I know we're doing it in this grounded world, but the Joker, he's put together in these suits, but the makeup is so messy on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Mm-hmm.
feels very gritty. And then you just have Batman, it feels showboaty.
Yeah, it's like Batman just peeled off the protective plastic of his mask that morning.
Yeah. But I don't know how you fix that. I don't know how you would make it feel gritty. Like he's supposed to stand out and not be a gritty, I hate using that word, but you know what I mean, like a grunge down version of Batman.
Right. No, yeah. I mean, I think that everyone, of course, is doing their best. Everyone's, you know, on a technical level, it doesn't feel like any part of this was not prepared and well thought out. It's just that when you put magic into the scene, it's like, oh, this is such another level that it makes everything look bad in comparison.
Yeah.
You know, not to jump around too much. I mean, we're going to have to jump around a lot because this is a 2.5 hour movie that covers a lot of stuff. You know, later in the film, when we have Harvey Dent in the bar pointing his gun at Wirtz, yelling at him, drinking, and alcohol's dripping through his chin, that looks pretty great. And then when you put him and Joker together, it looks less great. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I just feel like everything that Joker is a part of looks less great.
Yeah. I will say, though, Harvey Dent, Two-Face, is my second favorite in this movie.
Oh, yeah?
I think the makeup looks great.
Well,
And
I wouldn't
think
even
it's
call it makeup.
Well, I mean, well, the prosthetic, whatever they did.
CGI.
Well, okay, CGI, but it looks good. I think it looks good. I
Yeah.
like it. I like it. That's true. CGI.
I remember first seeing it because I don't think it was ever revealed prior to the movie coming out. Ledger's Joker was mostly obscured in promotional material, and then you get the trailer and you get to really see him, and it was like, oh my God. But I don't think we ever saw Two-Face until we were there. And I remember thinking back then, like, ooh, that is really a
You
choice.
didn't like it.
I don't know that I didn't like it, but it's like, that's really, it's so extreme. Like, and not to say it shouldn't be. And what I like about Nolan's Batman movies is that they made 3 of them. When they made the second one, they didn't even know if they would make a third one. And then when they made the third one, they were like, it's over. No more. So for Two-Face can have mortal wounds. He's going to die of an infection in 5 days because Two-Face only needs to last like 24 hours after his face is burned off. So in that way, I do like it. I like that it's not just like, oh no, like I have scars. Plenty of people have scars in this life, and it doesn't make them a super villain, you know?
Well, that's not what makes him a villain. It's the conversation he has with the Joker,
right,
that makes him question everything and go just. I don't want to say insane, but
no, I think he is implied to be insane. You know, Gordon says that he's refusing any pain medication, and pain will do crazy things to your judgment.
Do you like how they showed how he became Two-Face versus like the origin of it happening in a courtroom, right? And is it acid that's get thrown on his face? Do you like this?
I do like it, and I like that again. He's not just like, oh, I'm a crazy guy, and I'm going to go around town and just murder random people. Everyone that he targets has to do with the death of Rachel.
Right.
And yes, he goes as far as like, oh, he's almost going to kill a kid. But it's not just like, I'm burned now, I'm going to like rob banks.
Right. Yeah.
Like it's all very fine. It's all a closed loop. And I really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Eckhart, I think, is good. This is probably, it's tough. This is probably my favorite thing with him. I haven't seen some of his movies, but I do think that he's very good. And I think he's a good contrast to Christian Bale. I don't know about the ethics of Rachel being an assistant DA and dating the DA.
Yeah, it's messy. That's a little messy.
As lawyers, I don't know that they would be allowed to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Rachel, Maggie Gyllenhaal, or Maggie Gyllenhaal, as I believe their name is pronounced. How'd you feel about her?
I liked her. Did you prefer her over Katie Holmes? Does it not matter?
It's so different. They're such different people. Nolan has a really large, glaring problem in just about every single movie that he's made or written or directed, which is that like the woman is gonna die. And it's kind of like my thing and Michael Scott's thing with a gun, where it's like, well, if you introduce a gun into a situation, it can't get any better than that. Nolan is like, well, if we need to give our male lead some motivation, what's better than a woman dying?
Yeah.
So I do feel like Rachel, I like her. I love Maggie Gyllenhaal. I think she's a great actor. But Rachel does definitely feel like she's just a device to get Bruce from one place to another, to get, Two-Face from one place to another.
I mean, like, in this movie that's 2.5 hours long, how much are we going to give Rachel when it's a Batman Joker movie?
I know. And yeah, it's
That's
a Batman
nothing
Joker
against
movie
Rachel.
that also has Two-Face in.
Right.
Yeah. And then, of course, you got to go to Hong Kong for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about going to Hong Kong for 10 minutes?
Like, so elaborate. And I was like, well, if could we have gotten rid of that? But it does.
Yes, you could have, by Lau being like, I'm leaving the country right now. And then Batman stops him at the airport.
Yeah, but then we don't get all the cool effects and
I don't think we need. There's enough cool effects.
I know there's so many sequences and set pieces and
right.
It's a lot. I mean, I personally could have done without the Hong Kong. I'm not saying that's not what I'm taking away from this movie,
Right.
Wow. We get the joke of the sonar versus the submarine, Yeah.
I mean, it's cool to see Lucius Fox going on a mission.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's
yeah.
The movie's quite long, I'll say that.
Yes.
And if you want to cut out 10 minutes, boom, here you go.
Yeah.
So you didn't remember that she dies?
I couldn't even tell you who Rachel was. I couldn't tell you Maggie Gyllenhaal was in this movie. No.
So were you shocked when she died in this?
I was shocked. But also, I'm like, this is a comic book movie. We need stakes.
Right.
Okay. To me, it makes sense that she dies.
Yeah. It never made sense to me why Batman says that he's going to get Dent, but then he goes and gets Rachel.
I
just realized he lied. The Joker lied.
Yeah. Yes. And to me, I'm like, you idiot. We believe the Joker so many times and give him so many chances. And I get that's the relationship between him and Batman, right? But how everyone else deals with him, I'm like, you guys, of course he's going to give you the wrong address of Dent. Reverse it.
Right. And then he's got a knife to a cop's neck. And he's like, I just want to make a phone call. He's like, guys, I don't think that you should let him make that phone call. I think at this point, this would lead to something bad.
I don't think we engage with him when you're guarding him in the room.
Right.
I don't think you uncuff him, Gordon. Right. What are we doing?
Right. Also, why do you need to be in the room with him? Just lock the door,
Right. But, okay. Then we wouldn't get the cool, cell phone in the stomach. Not the cell phone.
No, it's a cell phone,
Yeah.
A cell phone attached to a bomb.
Right.
What's his name? Oh my gosh. The actor who plays Gordon.
Gary Oldman?
Yeah. Okay, Gary Oldman as detective turned Commissioner Gordon. How'd you feel about him?
He was fine. Good. As I feel like a broken record. I don't have anything else to compare him to. So how'd you feel? I think he's doing a good job.
Yeah, I mean, when he whips off the helmet and he's like, "We gotcha." It's like, look, I know that you had to pretend to be dead, but did you need to be the guy driving the truck?
Well, yeah, right. And also, can you imagine having someone tell your family your husband died and then showing up and being like, "Oh, just JK, I needed to protect." Wow.
I like that scene, and I like when he comes back, but when they tell Mrs. Gordon, and then Batman is just lurking on a little thing above, just watching that. I'm like, Batman, what are you doing?
Yeah.
get down and face her. Like, you just want to watch? You just want to observe this moment? Why? Oh my God. He was your friend. Go tell her. It's so weird. It's so odd. And then she yells at him. And I'm like, yes, Mrs. Gordon, you're right. He did bring this craziness upon your family. And he should be really feeling bad that he's now just perched observing your pain like some kind of freak.
Right.
Okay. Heath Ledger as the Joker. We've already talked about him, but how'd you feel?
Perfection. Completely captivated. I want more. It's like a drug. I could watch it on repeat. I want to hang out with him. I want to know where he lives. I want to know what he eats. I want to know so much more about him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, oh, I'm so attracted to you. But it's like, no, I'm attracted to Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
But also...
No. You see those teeth?
I know. It's just his performance. It's just so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so good.
Magnetic.
Yeah.
You can't look away.
No.
Look, okay. I should preface this by saying I'm not a Christopher Nolan stan. I'm not like a comic book movie believer. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
As I'm watching Heath Ledger do this performance, I'm like mouthing the words because I have memorized them. Because I've watched this movie so many times and I have studied him every single time. Every single time I'm paying attention to every word that he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
When he says you're crazy and he says, no, I'm not.
I know.
No, I
I'm
am not.
Yeah.
And puts the...
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. And it's not surprising to me that this Joker caused a revolution in our culture when this movie came out. Everyone was dressing like the Joker for years. Every Halloween, there were Jokers. And I would not be surprised if I walked into a Halloween party in 2026 and someone was this Joker.
I know. I'm like, is that what I want to be for Halloween? And Aunt could be Batman? I'm like, I really want to, have a tailored purple suit and do my makeup like that. I hear you.
As we were watching this, my son said, Dad, I want you to be the Joker for Halloween and I'll be Batman.
Oh, I love that. It's so cute.
But I mean, this Joker was everywhere. It was all anyone could talk about, man.
Yeah.
And so when something becomes like that saturated, I think me, who, I don't steer myself towards things that are incredibly popular, I think that you can kind of be like, oh, I'm sick of this, or like, this is overhyped, or, this is so overrated. This movie is so overrated, and Heath's performance is so overrated, and I'm tired of this. I'm tired. And maybe you can feel that way, and then you watch it, and you're like, oh, never mind. Everything he says and does is, like you said, perfection. And like it's kind of embarrassing for me, and I'm fully willing to lay this out in front of, anyone listening to this podcast, that I do feel a slight embarrassment to be like, one of the greatest movie performances ever is in a comic book movie, but I don't care because it's that good.
Yeah, same. This is fantastic.
So I realized something that I had never thought about before. And if this is old news to anyone listening, my apologies for being an idiot. But the movie starts out, Gordon and Batman are this close to getting the mob, right? They're feeling it. And the Joker comes in and says, hey, I'll kill Batman, and then you'll all be able to go back to the way that you were living. So Batman is trying to stop the mob. Joker's trying to, at least he says he's trying to save it. And then over the course of the movie, the Joker is the one who takes down the mob, and the Batman doesn't. So Joker accomplishes what Batman was trying to do, almost just like, I don't even want to say on accident, but like as like a side quest to his main purpose, which is getting Batman. He kills Gamble.
Mm-hmm.
He turns Maroni over to Two-Face, who ends up killing him. He kills the Chechen dude and cuts him into pieces and then serves it to his dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's just an observation that I had this time around. And I was like, oh my God, like this is such a well-written film that I never even realized that. I never even put that together. And yeah, I think it's a real testament to Heath Ledger's performance that a person who's wearing clown makeup is like utterly believable. That should be the dumbest thing that you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like a dude just walking around talking to cops and lawyers and like if you were watching Goodfellas and one of the guys is just dressed like a clown and it's never explained why, you're like, what's going on with that guy? That's a dumb thing to put in your movie. And here it's incredible.
Yeah.
The other thing that really took me this time around was how evil the Joker is. Like, I was like, okay, this guy's a bad guy. Like, yeah, sure, he's a bad guy, but I kind of like him. He says some stuff that makes sense. Huh, interesting. And now this time around, I was like, no, nothing he says. He's horrible, like truly horrible, really evil. And there was a line in particular that he says that I wrote down, which is they are only as good as the world allows them to be, which is such a negative view of people. And like that becomes the whole thesis of the movie is like, can we turn Harvey Dent into a bad guy? And he succeeds. Right. And then you take Bruce Wayne and you also turn him into a bad guy, but it's a lie because deep down he really is actually that good. He saves the Joker in the end because he really is that good. Right. And I was like, no, like the Joker doesn't say things that are true. The Joker says things that feel very true when you are very angry.
Yes. His goal is to see if he can make you pop.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to get you to that level.
Mm-hmm.
It's very calculated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the part of his whole thing that really doesn't. He's a total hypocrite on. He's like, I don't have a plan. I'm just going to pull my school bus out right at the exact moment to join the other ones. Like, come on. Like,
yeah, no. Like, everything is with intention and with a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To such precision.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But anyway, yeah, Heath Ledger is the Joker. One of my favorite movie performances ever. From the makeup to the prosthetics to the outfit to the physicality, every moment is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets in that bus and we can barely even see him, you see that he like is like jumping over the seats. There's just I think we could do like a freeze frame almost episode of like everything that he does. There's a moment during the lawn chase with the semi and Dent in the armored car where he just like turns his head and goes, and it's very, very funny.
When he is in the hospital room with Dent and he takes off his mask and he just kind of looks like, hi.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry you're in this position. I'm sorry your face got burned.
Yes.
But here's the deal. It's just oh wow, it's real good.
It's yeah.
Wow.
It's really, really good. I one of the things I took note of this time around was when he's got Rachel and he's holding her out the window and Batman says, let her go. And he says, very poor choice of words.
Yeah,
and then laughs as if like I don't think that he was going to let her go, but now he's like, well, you said it. I have to do it. And he genuinely thinks it's very, very funny to like riff with Batman in this way.
Yeah.
And it is that part. Also, I'm like, could Batman jump out of a skyscraper?
Well, Batman's
just land?
flying. Like he's like we're
In
gliding.
that scene, I think he's kind of falling with style.
No, but in other scenes, he's like gliding, and we just land on. I mean, I don't know. I was like, all right, here's where the comic book of it all steps in. We're fine.
Yeah, like that part is. But there's a lot of things that are absurd in this film, like truly plot holy, ridiculous, and you just have to not care, I guess, if you want to enjoy the film.
Yeah.
It does bother me when Nolan stans want to make this an important movie, or they want to like overlook all those things, because there's just so much in here that either kind of sucks or is very absurd. Like when they're like, okay, no one can leave Gotham except for these 2 boats.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to put prisoners on one, civilians on the other. We'll bring them across. We'll come back. These are going to be max capacity. Whatever. All right, let's do it. Hey, did you bother to check down below? No. Why? I thought I saw someone wheeling in like 100 oil barrels and bombs or something. Not important. Don't worry.
Disregard.
It's not like, oh, like the Joker snuck a bomb.
Right.
And like hooked it up to the engine, and so everything will blow up. No, like the sailor goes underneath the thing, and it is like, yeah, I mean, he says like there's 100 oil barrels down there and they're all rigged to blow. It's like, how?
Right.
How did the Joker do this?
How?
But you just don't think about it. You don't care. Who cares?
Well, and you want to know, like I keep saying, like I want to hang out. What does the Joker's apartment look like? Is he eating a hamburger while walking? Like,
is he eating a hamburger?
Can't you picture him just like eating fast and like he's always on the move? How is
I think that this Joker
this?
only drinks milkshakes.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I love
Can't you see him sinisterly sipping?
Yes.
I don't see him chewing,
See, I picture him like erratically doing.
No,
yeah.
He has to drink milkshakes because no, actually that wouldn't make any sense. No, he has to drink milkshakes because when he got his scars, that was the only thing he could drink, and so he got used to it.
Look at us adding to the origin of the Joker.
Yes, I do agree. It's like when you have a performance like this, you want more, like you said, but then you have to stop and wonder, if you had more, would it be as good?
I know. Trust me, I have gone over this. And like at this point, they don't know if they're getting a third one. Heath passes away. And so was it a plan to continue with the Joker? And then it's like, would that not have been good? Or was the plan to like, I don't know, do what they did, Bane?
It's one of the questions that will just remain unanswered. Yeah. There's nothing to do but wonder. And I mean, obviously, they spend a ton of money on this, and then it makes over $1 billion. I think it was the first comic book movie to make over $1 billion. The Dark Knight and Iron Man, they come out the same year. They're both really successful and kind of like people love them. Like it's not just like, oh, a bunch of people went to see blah, blah, blah movie and it made a bunch of money. People are like into this.
Yeah.
And so that was 2008. We're going on almost 20 years of the aftershocks of how much people loved these 2 movies. That's a major, major impression in culture to like, people are still doing this.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, would they have put, would the third one have been a Joker movie, or where they have put him off to the side. You know, there's a scene in the third one where they have Cillian Murphy come back as Scarecrow, and I've heard it said that they would have put Joker in that small part, and they still would have done Bane. I don't know. You know, who knows? Nobody can know. I mean, Ledger, you know, unfortunately, he died before the movie even came out. So, you know, they're in post-production on this movie, and he dies. So I don't know that they even got a chance to wonder about what comes next.
Right. How did you like the Joaquin Phoenix Joker? Because that's more of an origin story of the Joker, right?
Oh man,
is that a loaded question? Not for here.
A crazy loaded question.
Okay.
I will say that I like the performance of his Joker, and I do not like the movies.
Okay. I heard the second one like completely erases the first one's story.
It's complicated.
Okay. All right.
That's a story for another time.
Got it.
But
got it.
Yeah. It's a couple of big swings, I'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't hate the second one as much as everyone else did. I'll say that.
Okay.
But I think that there's nothing to those films.
And then my last question about other people. Jared Leto playing the Joker. That, when I like watched a little bit about that, I was like, oh, this doesn't look good. This is a choice.
Yeah, it's a choice. Right. It's a choice. And it's not a great one.
Okay. All right. Don't want to get too much off course.
Again, I'll say, like, there's a couple of moments. There's a couple of little flares in the Leto performance as the Joker that's interesting. But I think that's just because the Joker is an interesting character.
Yeah.
I was thinking today about, like, why does the Joker work with Batman? And this is something that people have given thought to for decades, coming up on 100 years of this dance between these two characters. A lot of times when people talk about, like, what is the great hero and villain matching? You know, if you have Spider-Man, who is Spider-Man's like real true villain? Is it the Green Goblin? Is it Dr. Octopus? Is it Venom? Batman has one real pairing, and that is the Joker. And I was like, why does this work? And I think it's because in Western mythology and storytelling, everything is broken down into a tragedy or a comedy. And in Batman and Joker, you have tragedy and comedy acting the opposites. So Batman is tragedy, but he is acting heroic, and he is good. He is very, very good. He breaks people's arms and stuff. I hate, by the way, I just want to throw this out there. I hate the modern interpretation of Batman where it's like, he's just a rich guy who beats people up. It's like, okay, man, you know what? Sure. Yes, you're right. Yep, sure. Whatever. And then in Joker, you have comedy who is acting tragically and very, very, very evil. So it's just a fun play on what we understand is like how to tell stories. And I love that, you know, the opposite of fear and, you know, this like dark night, the opposite of that is a clown. You know, like if we take Batman as a knight and we take the Joker as a jester, and you think about their environment, yeah, that kind of is like two people on totally different ends of the spectrum. So it's just a good pairing. I think it kind of always is. So you can put him as Joaquin Phoenix's version or Jared Leto's version, and there's always going to be something interesting about that. Did you have a favorite scene or moment or like action sequence?
I guess I'm just most impressed with the fact that Mack truck was practical.
Yeah.
That
most everything was practical.
Yeah. So that made me feel that even like upped my feelings for this movie.
Right.
I was like, whoa, that is very impressive. Wow.
I was reading them talking about how you even go through the process of like approaching the city of Chicago and being like, hey, look, can we would it be okay? Would it be okay if we like flipped a truck onto your street?
Yeah. I had no idea until afterwards when I looked that up and then watched how they did it, and I was like, what?
Yeah, and I mean, the Batmobile is mostly practical.
Yeah.
That thing is driving on the street.
And very dangerous. Very
dangerous. The motorcycle, the Bat cycle,
Batbot or whatever.
Bat Pod, they call it.
Bat Pod, I'm sorry. Bat Pod. Yeah.
That's really driving. Christian Bale said that he couldn't drive it.
Yeah.
He said, he's like, if you see me on it, I'm being pulled by another vehicle.
Yeah.
But there was a guy who could drive that thing around.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's the kind of movie where it's like, it is safe to say that it's practical. And a lot of the things that you think aren't probably are. They really blew up that building.
Mm-hmm.
There was a rumor that I'm happy to dispel that the whole like Joker walking outside the building and then like the bombs don't go off and then they go off. There was a rumor that was all improvised by Heath Ledger. That's not true. It was all controlled explosives, which I don't think adds to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess it'd be cool if he improvised that. But I thought that was funny because it's like, do you think that they gave Heath Ledger the actual button to like destroy the building?
Right.
What if he tripped on his way
Oops.
and like landed on it? He's like, ee.
I also heard, and I don't know if this is false, and maybe you can correct me, but every shot that they filmed was used.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Okay. Like
Nolan
was so prepared that every scene they shot was used in the film.
The reason that I would believe that is because this was the first film shot with the new IMAX cameras.
Yes.
And I was reading about him explaining, he was like, everything is in frame.
Yeah.
Suddenly, he's like, it's rare to shoot on a film camera and you can see the floor of a room and the ceiling of a room. He's like, when you're shooting with these, everything is in frame. He's like, everything had to be absolutely perfect. And the noise of those cameras is a major obstacle that you have to be prepared for and come over. It's something that he's actually still dealing with today. They're filming The Odyssey completely on IMAX cameras, and they had to figure out a series of mirrors so that they could film with like the very, very loud camera going. They could film like close-ups of people talking to each other.
Wow.
So I would believe it. Yeah, I would believe it.
Impressive.
Totally unrelated to this, I had just seen a website, Bleeding Cool, compiled sales from over 100 comic stores for the best-selling comics of 2025. Out of the top 20, how many do you think were Batman titles?
15.
Very close. 16.
Wow.
16 out of the best-selling. So people love Batman, and they still do.
I learned today that DC stands for Detective Comics.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Batman is the world's greatest detective. That's part of how he was sold.
So DC Comics is Detective Comics Comics?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fun too, because like every iteration of Batman kind of explores a different part of his legacy or mythology.
Is Christian Bale your favorite Batman?
No.
Who's your favorite Batman? Adam
Robert
West?
Pattinson.
Oh, Robert Pattinson. Which is so hard for me to picture, but last night Aunt was like, we should watch it. We should just see. He's like, you already like the Penguin. You're ready.
Yeah.
You're in the world. Just.
Yeah. I know that's, I don't know. I don't know if it's controversial or not. I love Christian Bale. I love these movies. I think that they're fine. Nolan he really explored the ninja aspect
Mm-hmm.
of Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's some detective stuff. I mean, in this movie, Batman just invents a way to get a fingerprint off of a bullet in like one day. Like
Oh, right.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm
totally.
talking
Right.
about
Right,
in
right, right,
terms of
right.
like
Yes.
people need to get their head out of the ground and be like, this movie is absurd.
Okay, I
It's
want to.
like, and in my spare time, I invented something that has never been around before. What about you? Adam West still?
I can't answer that.
Ooh,
I
okay.
haven't done enough research yet.
Michael Keaton's Batman is interesting. Yeah, I mean, I hate to tell you, just watch Batman Returns because that's the second one in the Keaton.
I'm never doing this watch only
Yeah.
one again.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Yeah, I think I would say Pattinson number 1, Keaton number 2, Bale number 3, Clooney 4, Adam West 5, and then Val Kilmer 6.
What about Affleck? Did you?
Oh yeah, Ben Affleck. I actually liked him. So yeah, I would put him above. I would put him at 4.
Is
So
Adam
whatever
West
order
like
that is.
in this? Is it too campy for you?
Oh no, it's just so different.
It's
like,
so different in this.
Yeah, if I want to watch Batman, but again, like I just said, each one is exploring a different version of him, and Adam West's version, and that whole TV show is really exploring the absurdity of this idea.
Yeah,
and that's good. It's good that exists too.
You're right.
Because if it was all serious and it was all, I mean, even Clooney's, like the one that we watched, it's fine. It's fun. It's entertaining, you know? Okay, so the last thing that I will say about this movie is, for the first time after having seen this movie, I don't know how many times, Gordon's ending monologue to his son made me cry.
What about it?
I don't know. You know, the movie's talking about what's fair, what's right, morally and ethically. And the son is like, in the end, he's like, this isn't fair. And the dad's like, yeah, it's not fair. But this is what has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wow, that's what life is like. All right, let's get into our happies and crappies.
It's time for happies and crappies. Happies and crappies. It's time for happies and crappies. Happies and crappies. It's time for.
So I think it's obvious that my happy is just Heath Ledger as the Joker, but I'm going to go real specific when he's in the basement with the mafia and he's walking out and he says, "Here's my card." It just puts down a Joker playing card. That is so funny. My crappy is the whole Hong Kong sequence. And then also the idea of Batman being like, I need to spy on everyone in Gotham to stop the Joker.
Yeah.
Because that's more ethical than just shooting him with a bullet.
Right.
And like, there's an inversion that happens in the movie. In the beginning, when they're in the vault, Gordon says to him, he's like, yeah, but what about Joker? And Batman says, the whole mob or just one man? The Joker can wait. And by the end, Batman is like, yes, I'm literally going to infringe on everyone's rights to get one man. So if he had just listened to Gordon in the beginning.
I know. Yeah.
Anyway, what about you?
My happy, like you said, obviously Heath Ledger, but to go super specific, during the whole, I think it was like the big chase scene with the Mack truck, I think. Anyway, there's 2 kids and
Yes.
They're in a car and they're like doing finger guns and they do it and then an explosion happens and they look at each other like, oh, that was really cool. That was really cute. I liked that. And then my crappy, like you, the Hong Kong sequence, like okay.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have so much going on. And I kept pausing this movie I watched some of it on Sunday, and then on Monday I continued it. And like I would pause and be like, oh my God, I have like 40 minutes left. I was like, oh my God, it's 25 minutes. What? This is so long. So long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if The Dark Knight was a season of television,
Right.
the Hong Kong episode,
Yeah,
it'd be the
right.
type of where it's like there's some cool stuff that happens, but in the end, we just
Right.
end up back here with the guy.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
You write it out by Lau is in the backseat of a limo, Batman punches through the roof, rips him out, and then he ends up on the front steps of Gotham PD. Literally the exact same thing.
End scene.
And you know what? And that's why I should be a producer on movies, and I can save millions and millions of dollars.
There you go.
All right, so we've talked about how we feel about the movie. So now let's hear from some strangers on the internet in a segment that we call Half Star, 3-Star, 5-Star. These are reviews from letterboxd.com, which is a website and an app where you can log, rate, and review movies. We start with a half-star review, which is the lowest rating that you can give a film. And we go all the way up to a 5-star review, which is the highest rating that you can give a film. Here on this show, I read the half-star review in an accent or an impersonation. Do you have any requests?
Okay, well, I have 2 requests.
Mm-hmm.
One, I want to know if you can do the Joker's laugh when he's entering. He, ho, ha, he. And I was like, Seth could totally do that.
And I thought my jokes were bad.
But my actual request is Batman.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I can do Batman.
You can do Batman.
Yeah. As I was watching this, I was like, wow, Michelle's really going to have her pick of the litter with voices here. There's Michael Caine.
Well, a friend of the show.
Endure. I saw a baby playing with a ruby the size of a tangerine. It's like, Alfred, can you get to the... What are we talking about? Come on, man. And then, yeah, there's Batman, there's Joker, even Harvey Dent a little bit, you know? Anyway, okay. So this is a half-star review for The Dark Knight, read by Batman. I felt extreme secondhand embarrassment watching this. At least Spider-Man was bit by a spider, which gave him powers. Batman is just a Nepo baby who cosplays as his special interest, which is not hot or sexy in any capacity. There's more chemistry between the Joker and Batman than Rachel. The half-star is for the Joker in a nurse outfit.
Wow. Can you do Bane for just a second?
Yes, Michelle. Hello.
Okay.
This is Bane.
So that's really how Bane sounds. I only know Bane from you. Even watching the synopsis for The Dark Knight Rises, I still didn't hear Bane speak. So you're my only reference of Bane.
Oh, Bane, yeah.
That's really what Bane sounds like?
Here's what I will tell you. Now that you've
it.
seen... No. You don't have to watch it. But now that you've seen this one, you know how this one opens with like the big bank heist?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. The second one, the third one opens with a big heist of a different type.
Yeah.
Very exciting set piece. Bane is in that. You really only need to watch it until that scene ends.
Okay.
And then you can peace out.
Wanna...
If you don't want to watch the whole thing.
Yeah,
and it is genuinely a good scene. You don't need to know who Bane is. Like
Yeah. Right. I kind of learned a little bit about who Bane was, so yeah.
Yes, I will be on deck if you ever decide to cover
I just like that's
The Dark Knight Rises.
It's like when you look at him and then that's what he sounds.
Well,
imagine if the long con Seth was that's not actually what Bane sounds like, and that's what I'm convinced that Bane.
Oh, that's pretty funny. I can tell you, going to see The Dark Knight Rises after a long wait, and like, okay, what is the follow up to Heath Ledger's Joker? And then they have Bane, and he's like, "Hello, Batman." I shall crush your city. I was like, what is happening?
Was this the first time Bane was portrayed on screen?
No, he was in the movie you and me watched.
Oh, why can't I? Oh my God. But he didn't speak?
No, he doesn't speak. No,
Okay,
in that
okay.
one, he's just
That's-
like,
right.
remember
right.
Bane wearing the fedora
With
as he's
poison
driving?
ivy. Yes.
Poison ivy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's probably why I didn't remember him speaking.
Yeah.
I meant, okay. All right. 3-star review.
Okay, 3-star review. As good as Heath Ledger is, this movie has one of the most lackluster third acts in cinema history. Shut this one off after the Joker blows up the hospital. I do kind of really dislike the final battle where Lucius Fox is like, there's people coming up the elevator. Hey, Batman. It really, and I'm not the first person to say this, but it really is like when you're playing a video game and there's a voiceover that's like telling you what to do. Like, Batman, press Y to put on your different goggles and see through the clown masks. Yeah. Okay, 5-star review. Christopher Nolan's ultimate masterpiece never gets old. The movie is as fresh and exciting today as it was in 2008. Nearly nonstop tension drives the propulsive narrative, with Heath Ledger's all-timer Oscar-winning performance, one of the greatest villains in cinema history. I'm going to agree.
Yeah.
I don't think that this is Nolan's best film.
What do you think is Nolan's best film? I probably have never seen
This
it.
is a whole other
Okay, never mind.
conversation. Because to me, there's 2 Nolans, but
Okay, got it. I'll go on Reddit.
oh my God. All right, what did Ebert say? He gave this a 4 out of 4.
Hey, Ebert had fun.
Yeah, for once. The part of his review that I pulled says, there are no references to Batman's childhood, but we certainly remember it. And we realize that this conflict is between 2 adults who were twisted by childhood cruelty. One compensating by trying to do good, the other trying to do evil. Perhaps they instinctively understand that themselves.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we rate things as a movie, a schmovie, or a film. We rate it 1 through 5 stars, give our final thoughts on the runtime, if we recommend it or not, and we give a shout out to whatever part of the film's practical filmmaking stood out to us. Now, before we record each episode, we write down a guess of what the other host will rate the film. And every time we guess correctly, we get to add a point to our tattoo tally. And whoever has the most points at the end of the year gets to pick a tattoo for the other host that they will then get tattooed on them without knowing what it is first. Currently, Michelle has 0 points, and I have 2, which is very exciting. Would you like to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, so for you, I think that you are going to rate this a 4-star movie.
Oh, so close.
Okay.
I'm rating this a 4.5 movie.
Oof, okay.
This was so good, and I'm so glad that, like I said at the top of the show, that I was proved wrong. And I ate my words, and also it provided clarity on some things that I've been feeling for a really long time, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
But I am very much recommending this for those who haven't seen it, but I'm going to recommend it that they watch the trilogy. And if they don't want to watch the trilogy, I'm going to say, let me fill it in for you first. The runtime is a little long. So there's that. And then, like we said, with the practical filmmaking of it all, the fact that we flipped that like 18-foot Mack trailer truck is super impressive. Super impressive. For you, I wrote down, and just so we know that I'm not lying, I will show 4-star movie.
Oh, no.
No.
You were very close too. 4.5-star movie.
Hey, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
We both rating it the same thing.
So we don't get any points, but we got to watch a fun movie. So that's good, right?
We did get to watch a fun movie. Yeah.
Yes, for everything that we already talked about, but I'm just going to say it. For Heath Ledger, yes, this movie has great moments. Watching some dudes zipline across the city, breaking into a bank, all of it. I don't need to tell you folks. You know, okay? Yes, this movie has a lot of great stuff in it, but this movie has Heath Ledger's performance, and it makes the movie, it steals the movie, it simultaneously makes everything around it more interesting and worse. it's hard for me to think of someone's performance being 99% of a movie to me. I'm wearing a shirt right now of my favorite movie.
Is it Joan of Arc?
The Passion of Joan of Arc,
Mm-hmm.
in which Maria Falconetti gives what I believe to be the greatest acting performance of all time. Am I comparing these two? No, I'm not. But they're rare. It is a rare thing for a movie to be a performance, and I think that this one is. Beyond that, the runtime is too long. There's a lot of really corny stuff in it. There's so many plot holes, but I don't care. I have a great time watching this. It was so fun to watch this with both my 5-year-old and my 12-year-old, and seeing how it hit all three of us in different ways. My 12-year-old is now walking around the house just talking in Joker quotes, which again, I'm like, not good, but but I got to tell you, when I first saw this, that's what I thought. I mean, not that I was like, Joker's my hero now, but
Yeah.
practically, I do like the Mack truck. I mean, it's so impressive, but I'm going to go with the building exploding, just that they found a building that was going to be demolished, like across the river. And they're like, hey, can we film you do that?
Right.
As Heath Ledger walks out in a dress.
Right.
And yes, I recommend this to every single person on planet Earth. If you want to go Michelle's route, yes, watch the first one and then watch this one. It is a good 1-2 punch because it completes the story of the mob and Batman. But this is the greatest comic book movie ever made, I think. And it's one of the top blockbuster, just fun movies of ever. And yeah, I love it. Everyone should see it. Hey, if you love us, we'd love it if you give us a rating and a review. Hey, even if you don't love us, that's okay. You can just like us,
Mm-hmm.
Wherever you're listening, if you could give us a rating and review, we'd really appreciate it. It really helps push our show to other listeners. There's really no other way that happens, by the way, folks. So literally, people finding this show is dependent on you.
We need your social proof. You commenting lets other people know that we're worth listening to.
And it tells all of the different podcast players, hey, this is something that people enjoy and they interact with. Let me recommend it to other people. You can also send us an email, moviefriendspodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you thought about The Dark Knight, Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale, Heath Ledger, anything. How are you dealing with this blizzard? Let us know. You can also support the show, patreon.com/moviefriendspodcast. $5 a month gets you access to ad-free episodes, our patron-only Discord, all of our additional shows and episodes. You also get to vote on monthly episodes and quarterly themes. You also get to be best friends with Michelle and I.
Priceless.
Which is the real benefit, I think.
I think so.
All right, next week's episode. This is my first free pick of the year. This is a movie that I have wanted to do forever. This is a movie that is literally hanging above me every episode that I record of this show. Michelle, what are we talking about?
We're going to be talking about All That Jazz from 1979, directed by Bob Fosse. Currently streaming Internet Archive.
Yes, this is not streaming on any of the normal streaming services.
Not even for rent, huh?
Not even, no. They don't want you to see this. This is the movie that they don't want you to see.
Wow, so it's either Internet Archive or maybe the library?
Yes. And I'm just going to say it. If you want the link to find it on Internet Archive, I really had to look for a lot. Like you can't, So this episode comes out on Monday. If you listen and you think, oh, I would like to watch All That Jazz before their next episode comes out, just shoot us a message. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. You can send us an email. And
email's the best place to do it. Send us an email. We'll send you the link.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know anything about this film?
I know the name Bob Fosse.
Okay.
And I just keep singing and all that jazz. And I know that's not from this. So that's it.
I'm very excited for you to watch this in particular?
Really?
For two reasons. One, because it's about creative people. And two, because I love it so much.
Yeah.
So
I
this
get
is like,
that.
oh my God, finally I get to show Michelle one of my favorite movies.
I get it.
And I
Yeah.
don't even care if you like it. Like
I know.
I'm excited to have another cultural touchstone between the two of us. So that
I'm
in the
excited.
future, I can be like, hey, you know what this is kind of like? It's kind of like in All That Jazz, and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yes, add it to the tool belt, my tool belt.
All right, well, thanks, Michelle.
Thank you, Seth. And thank you, Past Michelle, for not crossing this movie off of the big movie list.
Wow. Thank you, Past Michelle.
Yeah.
And hey, thank you for listening. And remember, folks, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Till next week when we're talking about All That Jazz, thank you for listening. Have a good one.
Movie Friends is produced by Seth Vargas and Michelle Rubenstein. Theme music by Jean Marie Vargas. Visit us at our website, moviefriendspodcast.com, and please subscribe and rate our show wherever you are listening. You can support Movie Friends at patreon.com/moviefriendspodcast. Thanks for listening.